Menu narration option is set to off.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got CeeDee Lamb, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Cowboys and the Panthers. All that in...
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Okay, give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away and give it back to them.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 24 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
On the double. Ready.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Dante Fowler who got in there to bring him down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Yellow, opposite, green, yellow.
Second down, Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Marshall. So the completion good for 6 yards. And just like that, it's third down. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. You look at this Cowboy defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9. To throw, Young. A throw right side here going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Yellow, line, check, pink.
Young to throw it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch.
Blue.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. Got his man, it's Warren. And he's brought down.
Foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And an official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Warren will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. That's dumped off to Pollard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
7-7, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. The Cowboys at 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A second down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, Pollard. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Young on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they...
There he goes, right side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A big play here for Dallas. 55 yards. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career. So that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw. You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Pollard one more time. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Panthers coming out now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Young. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The Panthers got to go quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. Young on target there to Marshall. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the Cowboys' 14-yard line.
Now Young. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
And Young's throw there incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Final play of the half, Prescott. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down.
And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
It fights him off, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. And now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. 63 yards on the punt return score. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Panthers 10.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And you start to think if it's going to happen for these guys, it's got to start with this drive. Down 3 scores, they need to start making some inroads. And that'll help the cause there as they pick up good yardage and a first down.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, 65 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
17.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, look at that. A diving catch. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Prescott now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
That's complete. It's Collins. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Prescott off play action. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ferguson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Panthers 17.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
That throw by Young incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
On the ready.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Young on 3rd and 2. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Ready?
On 2nd down, Young again. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But
and the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Young. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. Terrace Marshall, 46 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. That is caught by Lamb. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Young's throw pulled in by Marshall. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Now a second down throw for Young. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Okay, ready?
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Young. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Young to throw. That's into the hands of Marshall. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It's a gain of 7 on 4th and 4. Young. Cowboys sack. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Young.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Set, ready.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Throwing here, Prescott. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Jake Ferguson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Young to throw it. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Chark, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Well, Prescott here to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Play action now. Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 29 yards. And the Cowboys tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Check pink. Check white.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
A gain of 15 yards.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went